Hey, welcome to video number 249 of Walker This Way with Hazel Walker, the queen of all things
BNI and networking.
I'm
excited that we're going to be at 250 next time.
Yeah, one more to 250.
And at the end of the year, we'll hit 300.
Another 50 to go. It takes us, well, we do one a week. So yeah, another year we'll be at 300.
300.
That's amazing. That video number 1. Watch video number 1 through 5. They were amazing. We've come a long way since videos 1 through 5.
We have.
And now we're at 249. So, Hazel, all our videos are, a lot of them are BNI centric.
Yeah.
But they're also all business centric. So good for BNI, good for outside of BNI and all our listeners and watchers businesses too. And so in BNI, we have our core values in BNI. We talk about accountability and building relationships and recognition, to name a few. But we have one core value in BNI, which is trademark core value in BNI, which is called Giver's Gain. It's the foundation of BNI. I have my own story in my bio about how Giver's Gain is in the DNA of my family because of stuff my grandfather did. He was always giving without the expectation of receiving. He had an electrical contracting company, but he grew up because on the farm in Radisson, Saskatchewan, when it was his birthday or my aunt's birthday, because they had everything they needed, my great-grandmother said, you don't need any gifts. But they would give gifts on their birthdays. They would give gifts to the kids they invited. They would give stuff out. Like, that's Giver's Gain. They didn't need. And so that was passed along to almost all my family. But Giver's Gain is really a foundational piece of BNI. And as you and I were talking, it's a lot more than just BNI.
It is a lot. It's much bigger than just BNI. And the fact that it's a registered trademark is humorous. And it absolutely works in our personal life and our business life. In everything we're trying to do, Giver's Gain, it's just a philosophy that works, right? And it's kind of biblical. Yeah. If you give it some thought, I mean, almost every religion has a precept of giving to people, right? So my mother always said, do unto others as you want people to do unto you, right? Do the right thing for others without expectations, but treat them the way you would want to be treated. So I'm on TikTok all the time. TikTok was built for those of us who are ADHD. Just short. In fact, if it's a 3-minute video, I get bored and I go past it. Yeah. I just want the little 1-minute clips. And now they're talking about doing 10-minute ones. I'm like, I might as well go to YouTube for that. And I could never make it through a whole YouTube sometimes. Have to be really engaged. But there was this girl on there talking about how to get more followers and get more people interacting with your videos. And so I listened to her, and she was talking about go find people who are speaking on topics that resonate with the topic you're speaking on, and then go like their TikToks and leave comments on their TikToks, like engage with them and get them to engage back with you. And over time, what will happen is those same people will then come over to yours, and they will also do dual TikToks with you, right? And so I listened to her and I started laughing, and I went into her comments and I posted, that's called Giver's Gain. It's a philosophy. That's Giver's Gain. And she came back under that and said, oh my God, I love that concept. That's a great concept. And I started laughing that it would have that much impact, that she was so excited about it, because it is part of what I just incorporated into my life. Right? I just incorporated into my life, because I was telling you about, one of the things we do in BNI is Indiana and BC, we give a 90-day seat to an unemployed person. We're not going to gain anything from that. The members might gain a referral or two from that, but we don't gain anything from that. But we might help someone get a job. And so far, I've got one chapter that's placed 6 different people into jobs, right? Giver's Gain. Or I walk over to the grocery store a lot, and there's always somebody standing around asking for money. The other day, someone said, "Can I wash your windows on your car? I need to make some extra money for, I need extra money." And I said, "Oh, well, I don't, unless you take credit card, I don't have any cash. I can't help you with that." I said, "But why don't I take you into Kroger?" And I do this all the time. "So why don't you come into the Kroger with me to the grocery store and I'll buy you food." And then I said, "Do you have some place where you can cook food? Because if you have a place to cook food, then I'll just buy you some stuff that you can take home and make several meals, right? Instead of just one meal." And he was so grateful. They're always really, really great. In fact, I've had a couple of proposals from guys who said, "Are you married? Are you?" It's like, no, I'm not looking to gain there. So he was very excited, and he took it home, and I'm sure he made multiple meals with it because he bought a big thing of, ground beef and some boxed macaroni and cheese and things like that. And I was happy to do that for him. That's Giver's Gain. That's called doing the next nice thing, right? Just Giver's Gain works everywhere, and you can't keep track of it, and I can't hold you accountable to doing it.
Right.
I can't look at you, Mark Simmons, and say, "Mark, you need to do this for me. After all, it's Giver's Gain." Well, no, that doesn't work.
Right.
That doesn't work, right? But Giver's Gain is a philosophy that I just think changes the way we do and see the world when we actually keep it at the forefront of our minds, of finding a way every day that you can give to somebody. The people who leave BNI quite often will say to me, "Well, it really wasn't working for me anyway." I had a guy leave this week, and he said, "It really wasn't working for me because it wasn't my primary business." But actually, Mark, when I went and looked at his numbers, he really wasn't participating. He wasn't giving much out to anybody.
Yeah.
Right? And that happens a lot for the people that leave organizations. You need to stop and go, what have I given to this group of people? What have I brought to the table? Because that's your responsibility, is how are you giving, not keeping track of how everybody's giving to you.
Yeah, I know specifically in BNI, occasionally there are the takers win mindset people, but
Right.
much like in dating, you have a type. In BNI, we have a type, and our type is Giver's Gain people. There are people with that kind of innate DNA in them of Giver's Gain who understand it, and this is not something they think about, but it's just how they live their life in business, outside of business, at home.
Well, Simon Sinek has a book out. If you haven't read it or listened to it, you should. It's called The Infinite Game.
Mhm.
The Infinite Game is about the long game, right? BNI is definitely the long game. So when those people come in and they're the takers, that's a very short game.
Right.
Right? It's not going to last long. People are not going to be on board with you for very long when they notice that all you do is take, but you contribute very little. I see that when people say, "No, they've never served on the leadership team. They don't contribute back to the chapter that gives to them richly."
Yeah.
Right? So that's a very short-sighted game to play.
Right.
So Giver's Gain, yeah, and holidays are always when Giver's Gain is on my heart anyway, because I look at stuff that I can take over to the shelter that might make someone a little bit warmer, a bag for them to carry things in, stuff like that. But I think about that a lot. It's also when we make our donations to our charities that are members of BNI. We take a look at how we can support them. So I would ask everybody that watches this video to think about, how are you giving? Not just to people you want to do business with, but how are you giving to your community and your society and your family? What are the little things that you give without keeping track of the giving.
Yeah, there's no scorecard.
No scorecard.
All right. Well, this is great information. Again, I know that we're probably preaching to the choir here for the most part, because the people who listen to us are giving of their time to us too. So we appreciate that.
So give us a like and subscribe.
And
That's
basically, what Hazel said in the beginning, she wouldn't watch our video because it's 10 minutes long. But all of you, if you've got to this point, thank you for staying.
Thank you.
And definitely give us a like, subscribe to our channel, like this video, comment, nice comments only, or not. But
Or give us a topic you would like for us to speak on. Any business topic would be great.
that's right. We have 250s coming up. We'd love to do your topic. So let us know what it is. It's a new year, new time, and that's where we're at. All right, Hazel Walker. Till next time.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.